In any city, in any country. Go to any museum or art gallery you can get yourself into. When you approach the front desk, ask the attendant if you can see somebody who calls themselves the holder of awe. The attendant will look up to you with a curious smile and knowingly look down to their papers. You will have to ask them 3 more times before the attendant will jolt upright, looking at a spot in the ceiling. They will become starstruck and overcome with emotion at what they see. Under any circumstances, do not look to the ceiling. Keep your eyes fixed on the attendant, for if you look at what the attendant's gaze is transfixed, you will see the most detestable and loathsome creature you have ever set eyes on. This sight will be enough to send you mad, making it impossible to complete your quest. Also, if you don't keep looking upon the attendant, when you once again meet their gaze, their face will have contorted into the image of pure rage. Before you can assess the gravity of your now dire situation, you will be grabbed from behind and taken down into a seemingly endless corridor, where you will be surgically dismantled and displayed around the gallery or museum you enter. Only other seekers will hear your eternal screams and see your dismembered corpse as a warning from the holder to halt their quest. If you have done everything correctly, then the attendant will eventually stand up and lead you to an empty auditorium. Proportionally, the room shouldn't fit within the confines of the building itself. But, as you have seen on your quest, the illogical is commonplace everywhere you look now. The room will lack all colour and will look clinically white. Clear. The attendant will tell you that who you seek lies before you. Thank them. It's common courtesy. Turn around if you want, but they'll have vanished. You may walk around the auditorium, but do not stray into shadow. Do not wander aimlessly. Otherwise you will be doomed to wander the room eternally, to be at the mercy of the hellish creatures that have followed you since the beginning of your quest. It may take days, weeks, or months, but to continue, you have to wait for the holder to appear. You will not tire or feel hunger, but if you try to leave this room, you will not be in the land of the living any longer. You will be in the dwelling place of another plane, doomed to live a life of emptiness and isolation. Depending on the location you chose, a painter or a sculptor will be sitting in the middle of the auditorium. They will be painting if you choose a gallery, and sculpting if you choose the museum. Do not look at what they are working on, for you will be so inspired, so completely infatuated, that you will be obsessing over that painting or sculpture for infinity, completely amazed by the edifice in front of you. When you approach the holder, give them a compliment on their work, else they tear you limb from limb. After this, they will ask you several questions on life. Answer them in as much detail as you can muster, lest becoming forever immortalized as a tormented being painted or sculpted into the auditorium. If your answer does not please the holder, in a blink of an eye you will be back at the entrance of the museum or gallery. Leave if you wish, nothing will follow you, or you can repeat the cycle of misery again. However, if your answer does please the holder, you may then ask them one question. Only one question will they respond to. Why do they need us? The holder will then turn to you and hold you in a tight embrace. Memories of your childhood will come flooding back in torrents. They will be so fierce and so lifelike that you may feel the urge to weep. It is strongly advised you don't do this, as it will be a doorway to letting them in. When you open your eyes, as the embrace will cause you to close them, the holder will have disappeared, leaving their robes discarded. You may now turn your attention to the painting or the sculpture. At this point you must destroy them, crush them, defile them, You must rid the world of their pestilence, or the evil the holder will have encased within them is liable to spread to our realm. If you have been successful, then you will find yourself in front of a colossal monument that is nearest to your location. It can be of anything, but do not take heed of this. It will not be proper. You must deal with the item at hand. You will be holding the robes the holder left behind. When you dispose of them, you can do this in any way, you will find that there is something stiff and crisp concealed within it. Retrieve it. Retrieve it any way you can. You will find it to be a blank piece of art paper, rolled and pristine, almost like a canvas. The paper is object 237 of 538. It desires to be filled with colour. Under no conditions must this happen.